Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the next 6 months. We are going to jump right in here. You have this stability card. It says you will be stable and very prosperous. Love it. It says make stability a priority and commit yourself to consistency. You have this windfall card. It says expect a sudden windfall of money or a pay raise soon. Love it. There could be more money coming in for you this quarter, or this next half of the year, I should say. And, obviously that looks good. Yeah, you have the Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles definitely could be a windfall. Could say, I look at the Ace of Pentacles as something that you are going to nurture into existence. We have this garden at the front of the Ace of Pentacles that I'll show you in a minute. And if we nurture the Ace of Pentacles, then we get the rewards for, whatever it is providing for us. And so I feel for a lot of you, this could be like a new job, a new position that you're getting. It could also just be a raise, promotion, or something that brings a windfall of money into your life. So that definitely looks amazing. You have the Eight of Wands, which is like quick success or quick conclusion. The Eight of Wands has been coming up a lot in these next 6 month readings. And I definitely feel there could be, there is like a lot of wrap it up type of energy going on right now. So a lot of you could be, wrapping up projects and starting new things. You literally go down to the Knight of Pentacles here, or sorry, the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my God, the Page of Pentacles. And so I feel for a lot of you that, there could be faster success in doing things that, if you could wrap up a project that gives you time to focus on something else, then I think that's where the success could be coming in from here. You also have this release card in your next row, which I'll show you in a minute. But that, the Eight of Wands, I'm getting all tangled up with all these Pentacle cards that are showing up in your reading, but with the Eight of Wands in that release card, you could be letting go of something or kind of like removing something from your life, and that could be kind of setting you free. We even see that here. You have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is like moving on to calmer shores. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be just making improvements, moving on from past things. I do get this feeling of like feeling like you've been in this holding pattern, like feeling like you've been stuck in the mud for a little while and maybe you've been trying to push yourself forward. That guy in the back of the boat there, the ferryman, he has that long pole that he's using to push the boat forward. But it's almost like I get this feeling that you feel that you've been stuck for a while and you've just been kind of like pushing yourself through mud. And now the good news is I feel like you're making progress because we have the Eight of Wands right here. It's like you're finally getting yourself unstuck. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, there's this garden right here, and the Ace of Pentacles could represent a big opportunity for you to make money, and yeah, I would definitely embrace it. I feel like there's something you're doing that you're learning a lot from. Like you're learning a lot of lessons, and maybe you're making changes to yourself as well. Like you are changing as a person here, Aquarius. So this definitely looks like a growth opportunity to me. You might be like working with other people now or something like that. Like I get something here. Let me just back up a little bit. I get something here about you maybe like working on a team now, or like maybe you used to not work on a team, and it's like you're having to learn new skills. And I don't know, it's probably not as important with the Ace of Pentacles. That's just only one example. It could be anything that new that you're learning, and I feel like kind of like learning from it and making the appropriate changes that you need to make is going to lead to more growth. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Six of Pentacles. Finally feeling like you're getting paid your worth, right? Like finally feeling like the universe is being fair to you. Six of Pentacles is equal give and take, but I feel like you finally feel like you're getting what you deserve. And yeah, I mean, I think it's just a good feeling, right? I'm not really getting any of the other Six of Pentacles feelings off of that Six of Pentacles. With the Six of Swords, you have the King of Swords. You have the King of Swords twice here in this reading. The King of Swords could be you. Showing up in this reading. When you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength. And the King of Swords has a lot of power and strength, mostly because he has knowledge and wisdom. He has learned things and he's put those things into practice. And that's exactly what we were just talking about, that it's almost like you are in a situation right now, or you're about to be, where you're going to be learning new things. And I think these things are leading to a major windfall. Here you go. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. I see a lot of this energy, though. I will say, that collectively, I think that there's a lot of moving on energy going on. And we do have Pluto crossing the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius this half of the year. It's going to go back into Capricorn. It's currently retrograding. And then in November, it's going to officially have moved into Aquarius. So it's going to cross that cusp like 2 more times, once more. And then when it starts moving forward, it's going to go over the cusp again. And I think that, this could be maybe causing you to release something. In your next row of the unexpected, you have this release card and this patience card. So I feel like you are going to be kind of like letting go of something that you're working on or whatever. And, I think you've had a lot of patience with something that isn't developing. So if you're working on like a project that just isn't moving forward, you could be making a change and walking away from the project and, starting something else. And I kind of feel like the release is the thing that is going to lead to this windfall, but I think you also learned a lot. Remember what we were talking about being stuck in the mud. Like I said, I think you've learned a lot from a situation that just wasn't going anywhere. For a very small percentage of you, I feel like this is love. Like maybe you were with a person and there was no growth and you learned a lot from it. For most of you, I think that this is work related or it has to do with your career or your business or whatever you do. And I think you learned a lot from the situation, but now it's time to release it and move forward. And by the way, I really don't feel anything unexpected here for you. So there you go. But you have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is you focusing on your finances. We go over to the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is like mastering a craft. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be creating a lot of abundance with your finances, literally. And he has these grapes on his cloak. The grapes in the tarot represent something that's like difficult to grow. So it kind of says you have a talent, gift, skill, or ability that is difficult for most people, but maybe it's really that you are like a natural at something that you're doing. And that could be where this abundance is coming from. That could be where, this increase in your finances is coming from. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is something new coming into your life. It could be a new person. I don't really see this as a love reading. Again, of course, love is always available to you. One reading is not going to prevent love from coming into your life over the next 6 months. But, I kind of just feel this is a new opportunity, or with the Ace of Pentacles as well. He's looking at that pentacle, and we could argue that he is looking at the Ace of Pentacles. He's just looking at one big pentacle there in his hands. And so it's like you have this pentacle or this opportunity here and here. We could say that this is the Ace of Pentacles that they're holding on to because it's just one pentacle. And I feel like some of you are kind of, looking at a new opportunity, or you're examining an offer that you're receiving. I do feel like some of you could be receiving an offer. I don't think it's like totally unexpected, but, let's say you've been in negotiations for something for a long time, like work or business or whatever. I think that you could be getting an offer in some sort of negotiation. Could be good. You have the Eight of Cups. Again, release. I think you're walking away from things that no longer serve you. There's no doubt about it. I think you learned a lot from the situation, like I said. But it's like you can't sit in the mud anymore. I think some of you are getting out of the boat. You could be choosing to walk to dry land. You could be choosing in saying, I'm not going to stay in a situation that's stagnant. I'm gonna move forward myself. And I think you're kind of making this choice or decision to to release something. It feels like something you've been working on, and you're just going to move to something better. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Five of Swords. Yes, like I said, separation, right? Walking away from something. But he is the winner. This guy right here at the front of the card. So while you could be walking away from something, I think you are walking away victorious with your head held high. And again, this could also represent leaving something on a good note as well. So like if you're quitting a job that just isn't moving forward or whatever, make sure that you're leaving on a good note with this energy. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant. You learned a lot from this situation. The Hierophant is the teacher, the educator. So you've learned a lot. The Hierophant is also about outside the box thinking. And again, I'm a big fan of outside the box thinking right now for everyone, but definitely for you. With Pluto going into your sign, Aquarius, at the end of the year, if I were you, I would be coming up with new ideas, like for everything in your life, even dinner, right? Maybe you eat the same dinner every single day, right? This is saying like just come up with new ways of doing things because you never know what you might discover. And again, the Hierophant can represent certain traditions in your life, but sometimes we have to, break free from tradition, or we have to, try something new just to spice things up. And I kind of get that. That's more of the energy that I get off the Hierophant. I think he's just saying that you are spicing things up. You're kind of trying new things, doing new stuff in your life. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Hermit. So the Hermit says that you might be putting yourself in hermit mode. this could be a good thing. Again, the Eight of Cups, he's walking away into darkness. On the Eight of Cups, the guy, he doesn't really know where he's going. And the Hermit is climbing to the top of the mountain in darkness so that he can find his inner light. So I feel for a lot of you, you are discovering your inner light. You're discovering what makes you special. Again, the King of Pentacles with the grapes on his cloak, I feel like you're discovering like some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability. You might already know that you have it, but you might be like perfecting it. I think that this reading, maybe that's a better way to put it, is that you're kind of learning how to perfect something or how to, get more out of what you work on. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this full moon in Taurus. It says your dreams need a practical plan. You have this new moon in Cancer. It says you and your loved ones are safe. So you are safe at this time. I do think you have big dreams, like bigger things that you want to do. And this is about, again, exploring new ways of accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish, or kind of like coming up with different ways of accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. You have the Four of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Five of Cups. I kind of feel this is just general dissatisfaction with life. I don't actually think that being dissatisfied with life is necessarily a bad thing, right? It's only bad if we don't do something about it. So I think for a lot of you, this is encouraging you to, like, if you are dissatisfied with something, get out of the boat and walk to calmer shores, and instead of just like waiting to set yourself free from being stuck in the mud, And I feel like that's what the Four Cups is saying. Even with the Four Cups, it's like the Four Cups, sometimes I feel like he could be trying to manifest like a cake, He's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs, but now he just needs to mix it all together and pop it in the oven. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you've manifested what you want out of life, or you have manifested the ingredients, and now it's time to like put it all together and, make it happen, basically. You have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is knowledge and wisdom. Like I said, the whole entire reading says that you've learned enough about a situation, and now it's time for you to put your knowledge and wisdom into practice. Wisdom is just knowledge in action. So I think a lot of you it would be a good time to take action or try things that you've learned and see what happens. So I think that's what you need to do here with the King of Swords. You have the Five of Cups. Again, I think this is more of that dissatisfaction energy, being dissatisfied with the results that you've been getting in your life. The Five of Cups is grieving. He's grieving the loss of his taste for wine, so he no longer enjoys the taste of wine. It basically says you could be grieving the loss of something that you no longer enjoy in the first place. So we have to be grateful for these two cups. Then we get the bridge and the castle over here. And I think this is saying that there's going to be something coming in for you that you're going to be much more grateful for. The castle represents like a new establishment. And like I said, the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius is the death of establishment. So you're establishing yourself in a new way in your life. And, I kind of feel that's where this reading is going, is like you are just establishing yourself in a new and different way. With the Four of Cups, you have the Temperance card. I literally said the word perfect or something like that just a second ago. The Temperance card is about trying to perfect a situation, trying to make something better. It's a card of alchemy, turning one thing into another. And I think you have like superpowers right now that could create a windfall, that you have that windfall card at the beginning. And I feel for some of you that like kind of like turning a situation around, or, getting what you can from a situation and then turning it into something else is what the reading is really talking about. With the King of Swords, you have the High Priestess. Yeah, I would definitely trust your intuition at this time. I kind of feel that you are, kind of like extra intuitive, or you have a heightened intuition right now. So I would trust your inner voice. The High Priestess also represents kind of like unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head, and the no roof over her head says whatever she's dreaming about, and you have that card that says your dreams need a practical plan. Whatever she's dreaming about has unlimited potential. There's nothing that she can't have or accomplish, but she has to like set her mind to it and make something happen, and I definitely feel that here. With the Five of Cups, you have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is charging towards something. Excuse me. I feel like some of you are kind of like charging towards success. The Knight of Swords normally says like take your time, don't rush something. You have the Temperance card as well, which would represent patience or needing to be patient in a situation. So again, if you're working towards anything, I would be patient at this time. I wouldn't, don't rush right into things. But at the same time, I do get this feeling of like momentum or things speeding up for you, or things improving quickly for you. So I would pay attention to momentum. I would pay attention to, I also, I always say with the Knight of Swords that I would pay attention to things that you're doing that produce the most momentum. and I would do those things, right? It's like me. Like these 6-month readings on my channel, I do them every 6 months because they provide a lot of momentum for my channel. Usually they get a lot more views than like the regular videos that I do. So, again, it's like I double down on these things. I do extra work on these things that produce momentum. And so I think you need to pay attention to what's working, what's not working in your life, and make sure, to do that, because again, that's what's going to help create this windfall over here is you doubling down on things that create more momentum in your life. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this love card. It says true love and fidelity. You also have this caduceus card. It says you will receive news from afar. So you could be communicating with a person at a distance. I definitely feel there could be a strong new connection coming in for you. We actually do see love here, by the way. You have the Hierophant and the High Priestess, basically the High Priest and the High Priestess right here. These two can represent like a very strong spiritual connection. So for those of you that are looking for a connection, or if you're looking for love, this could just be a strong, spiritual connection. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Three of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles is mastering your craft. So I feel for a lot of you, again, I think you're kind of like presenting your work in a different way, or you are mastering your craft over the next 6 months, and it will pay off big time, is what it looks like to me. I really feel you're using your skills in a different way. That's like the only way to say it, especially with that King of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles is long-term financial security. So whatever you're doing is going to create long-term financial security for you, and, that's all I would pay attention to. You have the Death card. The Death card can represent a transformation or a change coming in for you. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be undergoing a big transformation at this time with the Death card. And yeah, I mean, I think it just is what it is. It's like you're unsticking yourself from the mud, and you are going through a change. This card itself can represent a change in your belief systems as well. This guy here, he looks like the Hierophant, kind of. He looks like a pope, and he's begging for his life on the Death card, but he just kind of represents the need to change beliefs, or the need to change belief systems, or evolve through what you have been learning, and I think that could be very helpful. You have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is a card of a separation or sadness, but it's coming up in the good stuff, so some of you could be healing. I even think that for a small percentage of you, this could be an apology from a person. I don't think you're getting back together with anyone, but I think that sometimes when we get an apology, that it really sets us free. Even if this is something that happened years ago, it doesn't matter. Again, a lot of you could be feeling that you are set free because of this, and it could really open up the energy. With the Eight of Pentacles, yes, you have the Death card. Your work is changing. The whole entire reading was talking about this, how the way that you work, or the work that you do, is changing in some way. And I feel it's going to be, really successful for you here, Aquarius. And, again, I would say, don't be afraid to release anything that just isn't working. Don't be afraid to, take that next step. It kind of gives me the vibes of like a stepping stone, right? You have learned as much as you can from a situation that might be stuck in the mud, and now it's time to go learn from something else. With the Death card, you have the World. Yes, the World is a big accomplishment, an achievement, good things coming in for you, so love to see it. The World also says you are kind of creating your own world, or you're creating your own reality right now, and so I feel like you're creating a new reality for yourself, but it's coming through these changes. With the Three of Swords, you have the Page of Swords. I think someone has had their eye on you. It could be a past person. I definitely get apology vibes, or, someone, contacting you. I really think it's just for an apology for the most part. So, take it or leave it here, Aquarius. You have this Ant card. It says work, achievement, success. The whole entire reading is about work, achievement, success. And that's what I focus on here. Ants can lift, what is it, like 200 times their body weight or something like that. So you could be accomplishing more than you thought possible, or people could be watching you accomplish a lot more than they thought you were capable of. So, again, if there are any big dreams, that you want to accomplish, High Priestess, unlimited potential, we see a lot of this kind of energy going on in your reading. You have this pineapple. It says reconciliation on it. This card is like the universe reconciling with you. So like the universe is maybe bringing you sign symbols, synchronicities, rewards, gifts, whatever you want to call it. That is kind of like moving you forward. I don't really feel that you are reconciling with a person. I think this is more kind of like the universe reconciling with you. You have this archway card says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Yeah, it's like that's the thing about like a stepping stone. You've been working on something that is a stepping stone in your career or work is what it looks like to me, or having to do with your finances. And now, because you've learned from the situation, like we talked about, of course, new opportunities are going to become available to you because you have more experience. Just that simple. You have this pin card that says new job or career. Yep, we said that a bunch of times. You have this announcement card, so I feel like there could be an exciting announcement or good news coming in for you with this announcement card. You could be announcing something as well to the world. Literally, you have the world card right here. So I think you could be making an announcement or telling the world something. I think that for you, Aquarius, with Pluto going into Aquarius, even though it's retrograding, I don't care. It's already been in Aquarius a bunch of times, and basically at the end of the year, it's there to stay for a long time. And I think now would be an amazing time to kind of show the world what you're capable of doing, right? So this looks amazing. I love it. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your next 6 months.